Camera. Marco Lopez, my name's Abraham. We are doing 10 laps in this beautiful Lamborghini Gallardo. With this car, because we're doing 10 laps, we are going to do it in 2 stints. What that means is we're going to go out, we're going to do 5 laps, come back in the pits, we'll park down by that white Lamborghini, and basically give the car a chance to cool the brakes off so we never get the brakes too hot. We'll also answer any questions you might have and clarify things, so that way we can optimize our laps and we're not out there turning and burning laps mindlessly. Now, when it comes to driving this car, the number one tip I give everyone, be very smooth, like Dave was talking about, but especially on the brake pedal. Even when we pull out of the stall, if you give it a chance to feel the brakes going, like squeeze the brakes down after we start moving, you'll notice when they grab, they're quite aggressive. Now, me, I don't want you to be intimidated by those aggressive brakes. We need them at the speeds we're carrying around that track, but we do want to control it with a smooth foot. What I always tell my students, lead into that brake pedal with your big toe. It'll make your entire foot more sensitive to that brake pedal pressure. Now with the mirrors, they're for me. I'll take care of anything that comes up behind us. If we need to let someone by, I'll let you know in advance. My hand will go on the steering wheel, and these hazard lights will go on to tell that car we see them and they can pass. If we need to pass someone, wait for the slow car to show us those hazard lights from them. Then once again, my hand will go on the wheel to guide you, and we'll drive around them. Beyond that, do you want to use the paddle shifting or automatic?
Paddle shift.
Excellent. Right hand's up shift, left hand's down shift. I'll remind you when to shift just to make it easier. Any questions before we start moving?
No.
If you're ready, push your brake. Up shift once to get us in gear. Excellent. Forward and to the left. Go ahead. Are you more excited or nervous?
Excited, but also nervous because it's an expensive car.
Yeah. No. Excited and nervous are a good combination, but I always want to know what people feel more of. Because some people, to be honest, they're more nervous than they are excited.
No, I'm excited. I mean, I love cars. Like
the Lamborghini is an easy car to love.
Yeah, my friends were picking cars. It's like, I don't want to go back home and say I drove a powerful Audi or a powerful Mercedes. It's like, I want to say that I drove a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or something, because that's what people are going to care about.
I always tell people, because a lot of people come in and they're trying to be reasonable. I want to drive the car I can possibly afford. I'm like, I'm the other way. I want to drive the car I'll never get a chance to drive again. All the way out. Go ahead. Straight ahead. Accelerate. All the way out. Straight ahead. Accelerate. Keep accelerating. To the left here. Straight line through for the far green cone. Accelerating. Look to the right. Take us into those green cones. Begin to accelerate more. Come out to the left side of the track, full power. Don't shift early, just full power. Upshift. Brake hard. Downshift. Stay on the brakes when you downshift. Turn to the right, off the brakes. Accelerate. Out to the green cone, full power. Upshift. Stay on the left. Brakes on the left. Brake harder, downshift, off the brakes, to the right, stay in 3rd gear. Up that hill, hug the right side, accelerate, full power, off the throttle, to the left, turn more, over the hill, begin to accelerate, power to the left side, full power, brakes on the left, brake harder, off the brakes, to the right, stay off the throttle, now accelerate back to the right side, full power, off the throttle, to the left, turn more, accelerate straight through, brakes out to the green, downshift, turn to the right, turn more, accelerate out to the left side, upshift, stay on the left, upshift, brake hard, downshift, look to the right, turn, come off the brakes, down to the bottom, tight to the green cone, accelerate up and out to the exit cone, full power, stay on the left, downshift, brakes on the left, don't shift, stay in 3rd, look to the right, turn more, accelerate up the hill, hug the right side, off the throttle, to the left, tight to the green, tighter, out to the middle, accelerate, full power to the left, brakes on the left, stay on the left, off the brakes, all the way to the right, turn more, accelerate, back to the right side, off the throttle, to the left, turn more, accelerate, brakes out to the green, off the brakes, all the way to the right, less throttle. Now accelerate, full power, stay on the left, full power, upshift, brake hard, brake harder, downshift, to the right, accelerate, up and out to the green cone, full power, stay on the left, brakes on the left, look to the right, turn more, up to the right side, accelerate, touch the brake, off the brake to the green, tight to the left, over to the right, accelerate, full power to the left, brakes onto the green, brake harder, off the brakes, stay off the throttle, back to the right, accelerate, full power, off the throttle to the left, turn more, accelerate straight through, brakes out to the green, off the brakes, all the way to the right, less throttle, now accelerate out to the left, full power, stay on the left, upshift, brake harder, downshift, to the right, off the brakes, down to the green, accelerate, up and out to the green cone, upshift, stay on the left, brakes, brake harder, off the brakes to the right, turn more, up to the right, accelerate, power, touch the brake, off the brake to the green, tighter, less throttle, now accelerate, full power, back to the left side, brakes on the left, stay on the left, off the brakes, all the way to the right, tighter to the green, now accelerate, full power, stay on the power, back to the right side, off the throttle to the left, accelerate straight through, light brakes onto the green, off the brakes, all the way to the right, turn more, now accelerate, full power, out to the left, let it out, excellent, nice job, stay on the left, upshift, brake hard on the left side, brake harder, downshift, down to the bottom, tight to the right, accelerate out to the far green cone, full power, upshift, excuse me, brakes on the left side, stay on the brakes, to the right, off the brakes, up to the right side, accelerating power, straight ahead, off the throttle, to the left, tight to the green, tighter, out to the middle, accelerate, full power to the left, brakes on the left, slow it all down on the left side. We're going to go inside and do a cool down. Stay along the blue line. We're going to follow it. It's going to peel off to the left. Very good. What do you think so far, man?
Amazing!
Crazy, right? To the left here.
That was so fun!
Now we're going to pull up right next to the white Lamborghini, just like how that car's parked. We're going to go up into the stall.
On the right of it?
Yep, just before it. And then once our back tire goes over that red bump, we'll stop. Stop here. Pull both shifters in at the same time. Foot off the brake, let the shifters go. Excellent. So, pretty cool car, huh?
That was awesome.
No, the Lamborghinis, honestly, like I said in the beginning, they're an easy car to fall in love with. I mean, but I tell everyone, you'll never understand why these cars are so expensive until you go and do that. Then you understand, oh, this thing does things I never thought possible.
Yeah, you hit it and it responds. Like,
Yep.
It's not, okay, let me hit that throttle all the way down. It's like, okay, the turbo kicked in. No, this is definitely has enough power behind it. It's just going to go.
Yeah. And the crazy part is, so like in relative terms, this is an older car to us. When you step into the newer versions, like the Huracan and the Performante and the Aventador, that effect you're talking about only gets amplified. When you touch that throttle, even the slightest in the newer cars, I mean, it's just an immediate snap and response. It's kind of crazy how quick things happen, considering all the mechanical parts that are involved in that process.
It's insane.
Yeah. These cars are gnarly.
So is this 8-cylinder or 10? 10?
V10, 550 horsepower. So with any Lamborghini, when you look at the name, like for example, this one is an LP550-2. The 550 is the horsepower, and the Dash 2 is two-wheel drive. If you have a Dash 4, it's four-wheel drive. Yeah. So these things are pretty fun. For the next time we go out, the one thing I want to work on, we're going to work on a little bit more consistent brakes. So when we get on the brakes, get to that brake pressure, stay there. If you stay there, I can get you off the brakes early, or we can adjust things to carry more momentum and make your driving experience more fluid. But if we pump the brakes, it's harder for me to gauge that speed.
Gotcha.
And then I can't see the speedometer to even see if we're in like relative speeds to make the corners. Beyond that, I mean, honestly, your line came around really nice. I don't know if you noticed, but when we let that car all the way out in some of those corners, it just allows us to carry that power for longer.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
a couple times you nailed those corners, and I was like, that's perfect. Like, just keep doing that every time.
Yeah, like on that the fourth round that we went through, I felt more comfortable with, like, I knew exactly when you were going to tell me to brake, where the green cones were, so it's like I felt more comfortable with, like, where everything was.
When it comes to my instruction, I try to make it as concise as possible and as consistent as possible. Because for me as an instructor, if I build consistency, you'll begin to, like, even subconsciously pick up there's a pattern to this whole process. And if I can get you to fall into that pattern, that's already setting a baseline so that becomes more consistent, and then we can adjust things from there. And by then it's all small details. And that's exactly what we're doing, is we're going to work on details now. Any questions before we start moving again?
No, I think we're good. So, actually, one more. When you're saying you want me to be more consistent with the brakes, do you want me to hit it a bit harder than I was? Because I was kind of going light, and then you were like a bit harder because I was getting too close.
Exactly. Go to that firmer brake pressure, and then just stay there.
Okay.
So that way, when I have you come off the brakes, it's not a little off; it's completely off. We're coming down to the corner, and we're getting ready to power out.
Okay.
But if we're coming soft and then pumping, the car is literally doing this, and it's harder for me to gauge if the car's stable enough to make the corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
If you're ready, push your brake, upshift once, put us back in gear, forward and to the right, go ahead.
How frequently do you guys change brakes and tires on these cars?
In the exotics, the brakes get changed out probably close to 4 to 5 weeks. The tires last about 4 to 5 days. And then, yeah. Stop here at the stop sign. Here on both sides. If you're ready, track is ours. Straight ahead, accelerate. Upshift. To the left here. Straight line for the green cone. That green cone, accelerating. Go ahead and upshift now, because we'll take it into the apex. Tight to the right. Begin to accelerate. Let it out to the left. Full power. Go for it. Upshift. Hard. Downshift. Oh, when you downshift, remember to stay on the brakes. Up and out to the green cone, full power. Stay on the left. Brake hard. Very good. Off the brakes, to the right, turn more. Up to the right, accelerate. Back to the right side. Off the throttle, wait for it. Now turn, tight to the green. Over to the right, accelerating. Full power. Back to the left. Brakes on the left. Stay on the left. Off the brakes. All the way to the green. No throttle. Turn more. Now accelerate out to the middle. Let it out. Then bring it back. Excellent. Off the throttle. To the left. Turn more. Accelerate straight through. Brakes out to the green. Look to the right. Green cone. Tight to the right. Patience. Now accelerate. All the way out to the left. Let it out. Let it out. Full power. Upshift. Brake nice and firm. Downshift, stay on the brakes. Turn to the right, turn more. Accelerate up and out to the green cone, full power. Stay on the left. Brakes, brake harder. Off the brakes to the right, turn more, look up the hill, accelerate up, hug the right side. Off the throttle, green cones on the left, tight to the left. Accelerate out to the right, full power. Beautiful. Brakes on the left, stay on the left, stay on the brakes, off the brakes, all the way to the right. Nice and patient, tight to the right. Accelerate out to the middle, let it out, bring it back. Beautiful. Off the throttle, to the left, accelerate straight through. Brakes out to the green, look to the right. Nice and patient, tight to the green cone. Accelerate all the way out to the left. Upshift. Hard, downshift, stay on the brakes, off the brakes, down to the green, tighter, begin to accelerate. Stay on the throttle, stay on it, stay on it. Brakes, look to the right, off the brakes, green cone, look up the hill, to the right, accelerate. Stay on the power. Off the throttle to the green, tight to the left, out to the right, accelerate nice and smooth, power, let it out. Brakes on the left. Off the brakes, all the way to the green, tight to the right, nice and patient. Now accelerate, let it out, bring it back. Off the throttle to the left, accelerate straight through. Brakes out to the green, look to the right, nice and tight to the green cone. Accelerate, all the way out. Upshift. Brake hard. hard, downshift, off the brakes, down to the green cone, turn tighter, power, out to the green, full power. Brakes on the left, eyes to the right, stay on the brakes. Now off the brakes, up to the right, power. Very nice. Off the throttle, green cones, tight to the left, tight. Out to the right, accelerate, full power. Brakes on the left, stay on the left, off the brakes, nice and patient, tight to the green, tighter. Out to the middle, accelerate all the way out. Bring it back. Off the throttle to the left, accelerate full power. Brakes out to the green, look to the right, all the way tight to the right. Accelerate all the way out to the left. Upshift. Brakes. Downshift, look to the right, attack the green cone on the bottom, tight to the right. Accelerate full power, out to the left, let it out. Excellent. Brakes on the left side, bring a little harder. Off the brakes to the right, turn more, accelerate up to the right side, power. Off the throttle, to the green, tight to the left, out to the right, accelerate, let it out. There we go, beautiful. Brakes on the left, slow it all down on the left side. That's 10 laps.
Woo!
So clean, solid driving, man.
That was so much fun.
To the left here.
That was awesome.
Once that whatever instructors in that Porsche, once they saw us in their mirror, I could tell they just leaned on that student, just get out of here. Straight ahead.
Yeah, that guy was definitely not hitting it as hard.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna put the car back up where we found it, so we'll go straight ahead.
Okay.
Up after the Porsches, we'll make a right. No, like how we came up on them. It's a testament to how driver to the right here, technique can overcome a faster car. If a student is applying the right technique, they could really slow down the fastest car on track that's out there that we were about to catch up with. But at the same time, once that instructor is just like, nope, just punch you. Don't want them to pass us. To the right here. Stop here. A little too far. On the left side, hit the left side on the dashboard. Hit the button that says R. And come back just over the bump. Keep going. Now we'll put it in neutral, pull both shifters, foot off the brake. Excellent. Marco, honestly, solid driving.